How do I go about building a value ladder? That's what we're going to talk about today. Hi, I'm Colin. I'm a marketing and online business coach, and I help inspiring and wonderful entrepreneurs like you to change the world doing more of what you love. Today we're going to talk about how you build a value ladder. What is a value ladder? Well, a value ladder is a suite of offerings of services that you provide to your clients. A value ladder typically looks at value that you deliver in increasing levels. So we have products that deliver a little bit of value, products that deliver more value, products that deliver even more value, okay? And that word value is critical. Typically it's correlated with price, so we look at price and value on axis. We can draw a chart that shows the value and its relationship to price. When you are looking to create a value ladder, you want to look at breadth and depth. Both of those things are important. You may have a product right now, you may have a suite of products right now, and in terms of building that out into a value ladder, I'm going to share with you the exact way that you need to do that. So graphically, a value ladder looks like this. We've got a price axis and a value axis. And the idea is that you map out visually your products. Create a range of products that allow you to grow your business, because you're not just focusing on a single item that drives revenue, that drives profit. You've got a suite of products, and so you've got a family of products, a portfolio, and it doesn't matter whether you're selling physical products and you're looking at categories, whether you're selling digital products, whether you're selling services, whether you're coaching, consulting, the same principles here apply. There's a principle that I'm going to come back to in a short while called further, faster, deeper. I want you to keep that one in your mind, okay? We're going to come back to that. So the first thing is to start with the transformation. What transformation do you bring to your clients? Does your product, does your services bring to the client? The difficult part in this, and what you must do, is you must forget you for a moment. Step out of the equation. Focus entirely on the difference what you do makes to your ideal client. What is that transformational change? I call this the prison to paradise transformation. So somebody comes into your world, and they are in prison right now, right? So they are frustrated, they are overwhelmed, they are confused, they lack clarity, they lack confidence. Whatever it is around what you do, what is that? What is that for you? That's the prison state. That's the state before they've experienced your amazingness. Once you understand the prison state, what does it look like? What does it sound like? What does it feel like? What am I thinking in this prison state? What am I saying? What am I doing? What do I believe is true for me? What do I think will make a difference? Then we're able to take a contrasting look at that and focus on the paradise state after you've delivered your transformation. What does that look like? What does it look like? What does it sound like? What does it feel like? What do I think now that you've given me confidence, now that you've given me peace of mind, now that I am bursting with excitement for the future, what it is that I do, right? And I'm just painting simple examples here just so that you can see a contrast. And if I'm in confusion, what does clarity feel like? If I'm in overwhelm, what does serenity, calmness, lightness, what does that feel like to me? How do I describe it? What words do I use to describe that transformation? Once you understand the transformation, you really can focus on the question that we talked about earlier. Further, faster, deeper. And it's to ask the question of your process. How can I help my clients to transform further, to transform faster, and to go into a deeper version of that transformation? So how can I help the clients to go further, faster, deeper with what I do? That's the question that you need to ask once you understand that transformation. And remember, the bridge between prison to paradise is your process. It's the journey that you take your client on. So from prison, you take them through this stage of we look at this, and then we assess that, and then we make a plan, and then we deliver this, and then we do that, and then at the end of that journey, from one side to the other, they're in paradise. That's how you deliver the state of paradise. That's your process. And your process isn't always a single product. It's a process. So you may have ability to deliver that process in part. You may have ability to deliver that process in full. You may have the ability to deliver that process in pieces. And can you see now how all of a sudden what you think as this is my product or this is my service gets splintered? It gets broken up into tiny pieces, and you're able to utilize more versions of that same process. Can you see that? That's the starting point of how to build out your value ladder and the way that you should be thinking. When you are thinking in the right way, the final part in all of this, and these are the real takeaways in this, are to think about 3 key areas. The first one is, how can I get more repeat clients? So the people that you're working with right now, how can we give them more value? How do we encourage repeat business? How do we encourage referrals and social shares and testimonials? And how do we keep in touch? You'd be surprised the amount of people I speak with when I ask the question, when did you last communicate with your current clients? And they'll just look dumbfounded like, I don't know. When did you last speak to your current clients? When did you last send an email and say, hey, I appreciate you. How's it going? So outreach and that process of keeping in contact with your current clients encourages the strengthening of relationship, because this is what it's all about, remember. It's about you really bonding and creating lifelong relationships with your clients so that you can deliver amazing transformations over time. How can you get more repeat clients? Reach out to people that you've worked with before. Find out where they're at. Chat with them, engage with them. Find out what you can do to help them. And remember, in all of that, it's not about you. So it's not about you going to these people and saying, hey, I've got this to sell you, I've got that to sell you. It's not about that at all. It's about you serving. It's about you putting yourself out of the way in order to fully serve and to say, hey, what's going on in your world? And actually listening to the answer. And then thinking about ways that you could help them with where they're at. That's the essence of service. That's the essence of creating a powerful, world-changing business. The second thing is to look at increasing the value of every single sale. And this is the first thing that we think of with the value ladder. If we sell a product for $1,000, what would we need to do to that product to double it in value, to make it $2,000? And I don't just mean let's put the price up. Remember, this is a value equation, so the price and the value are correlated. How can we deliver twice as much value and therefore justify twice the amount of cost? How could you do that? How could you take your current product and make it go further, faster, deeper? So how could you stretch it? How could you stretch it upwards and charge more? How could you break it down and charge less and break it into blocks or modules or splinters? These are the ways that $1,000 average order can go to $2,000 to $3,000, because we go, hey, here's the $1,000 product, and then we've got this additional add-on that will take you a little bit further. We've got this thing that will take you that little bit further on the transformation, and all of a sudden your average order value goes through the roof. Your average order value explodes. You're doing more business with the same amount of transactions. And this is a mistake so many people make. They chase leads and sales. They chase new business when they've already got business and they're doing work with clients. And the real key to growth is strengthening that relationship that you've already got, figuring out what you can do to help these people further, which helps you then to build out a value ladder of offerings. And guess what? You are then more attractive to potential clients at the front end. Your business becomes so much more attractive because you've got so much more richness in what you offer. It's much easier then to convert new clients. You've also got raving fans. You've got ambassadors. You've got people that love what you do. You've got people that go out of their way to recommend you. That's the whole point of being in service, of actually realizing your potential and your mission, your purpose. That's why you're here, remember. It's to realize your purpose of making an impact, of making a difference. And this is how you go about really creating that from a marketing business perspective. Once we've looked at increasing the value of every single sale and we've got solid, really rigid, strong relationships with our existing client base, the third and final thing that we look at is the new business. But this is where the new business becomes so much easier to get because we are sure in what we do. We are sure in the transformation we deliver. We are sure in the process by which we deliver that transformation. So reaching out to brand new people just becomes a case of talking about that transformation, talking about that process, showing people who've been through that transformation and that process. Finding new clients then becomes the third thing on our list and not the first. That's really important when it comes to building out a value ladder, because otherwise, if you think about this for a minute, if you're chasing new clients all the time, who's that for? Is that for you or is that for the client? And remember, the key to this is putting the client first, truly putting the client first. And if you are in scarcity, where you are needing, I need this, I need that, I need the other, how can that be serving the client? Who is that for? Whose benefit is that for? And listen, I understand, I get it. I've been on my knees. I've had zero money in the bank. I've not been able to pay my bills at times, right? I've had businesses that explode and just leave me destitute, literally destitute. So I get it. I get the need to pay the bills. I understand. And I'm not anybody that's in that situation. I am in no way kind of belittling that. But what I'm saying to you is you need to move your beingness, you need to move your mental state into one of abundance, not one of scarcity. Because if you stay in scarcity and you stay in fear, then you're going to stay in scarcity and you're going to stay in fear. If you're able to transmute, to change that fear into abundance and service and trying to focus on making a difference, as difficult and as paradoxical as that sounds, abundance follows. When you stay in scarcity and, oh man, I need to make this, I need to do that, I need to do that, I need to do that, that's where you stay. So you have to really focus, get grounded, get centered. For me, that's meditation, it's prayer, it's breath work, it's exercise, it's nutrition, it's sleep, it's journaling, it's all of the things that help to ground, to center, to connect you with source, to connect you with the higher self. And from that place, you really are acting through your purpose. You're acting from a place of mission, driving to make a difference. And you're not driven by ego, by self, by the stuff that prevents you from actually making that difference in the world. And that's the last thing that I want for you. I want you to go out and make ripples in the world. The value ladder is a critical part of how you do that. Start with the transformation. What does that look like? What does the prison state look, sound and feel like? What does the paradise state look, sound and feel like? And what is your process to get them from one side to the other? Then you can look at how can you help people to go further, faster, deeper with what you do. Can you break your products up into blocks? Can you add new products? Think about ways that you can upsell, you can downsell, you can cross-sell, you can related sell. They're the mechanics of how you tie this stuff together from a marketing perspective. The foundational pieces, the concepts never change. How can you help that person go further, faster, deeper? And then focus on 3 areas. Strengthen relationships with existing clients to encourage repeat business, referral, keep in contact, relationship, nurture, build, strengthen relationship. Then you can look at how can we increase the value of every single sale. So a lead comes in, our average sale is normally $1,000. What do we need to do to make that 5, 10, 3? What can we do? What can we add on lower? What can we add on higher? Not what can we add on. What value can we add on? Don't look at the price, look at value. Focus on value. And then once you've got this wonderful ecosystem, this beautiful journey that you take your clients on, this journey of transformation, this wonderful process, that's then when you are ready and you will naturally start to attract new clients into your world. Focus on these things, create a wonderful value-driven ladder of products and services in your business, and I wish you all the very best. I hope you found this video helpful, and I would love you to like and subscribe to my channel on YouTube and support me in my process to help you help others. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.